are so many cows along the way. Alright, I'm out of the bus into my Airbnb in Tauranga, and that was an interesting experience, meeting a woman on the bus. We had to wear our masks, so I had no idea what she looked like, and it was funny because we got talking, and it turns out she had read my article in Stuff, and then I brought up the picture, and she's like, "Oh, nice to know what you look like under the mask." Anyway, so here's a little bit of where I'm staying in Tauranga. And I'm walking from my Airbnb, and I'm going to try and get to Mount Maunganui, which is one of the main sites here. And one of the things I love about traveling is I'm staying at an Airbnb that's not really in downtown, or I mean, it's not far, it's about 10 minutes drive, but you save costs by staying out of the town center. And now I have to figure out the bus to figure out where it is, and then from what I gather, I have to ask the bus driver to give me a card and pay cash on the bus. We'll see what happens, and figure out how to get where I'm going, so it'll be fun. More soon. And this is the center of town where I had to switch to another bus. This is where you tap in and tap out on the buses. So I'm now I'm right by Mount Maunganui, and now I have to figure out how to get up. I know it looks like it should be really easy, and it probably is a lot easier than I'm gonna make it, but anyway, here's a view of the town as well. So I've gotten totally distracted from going up the mountain because there's this beach and you can walk around it. That's what everyone said, was to walk around the mountain, but that's okay. I guess I should have taken them at their word. It's really pretty. Alright, it looks like I'm coming up to some walking tracks around or up the mountain. So I guess I went the right way after all. Surf here is pretty good if you like surfing. I don't, but for those of you watching that are looking for a place in New Zealand to go surfing, apparently this is one of the places that is recommended. Perhaps you can understand why. Here we come to the mountain. Wow, it's really pretty. Another beautiful view of the beach, and this is the famous Christmas tree that blooms basically in Christmas that you've seen in Tauranga Bay. Here we are again seeing more of it. So as I walk up, it just gets more and more beautiful. I'm not sure, or actually maybe it's a cargo ship, because I'm not sure it would be on a cruise ship right now. But anyway, beautiful. So if you've watched the other videos in the series so far, you'll know that I have officially left Keri for the time being, and so I had to pack everything up and get rid of everything possible. And although I hate it, it's such a reminder of how fulfilling it is to let go of stuff. And, you know, just by staying in one place, I mean, like olive oil, salt, pepper, vinegar, tea, all the stuff that was helpful while I was living in one place became something that would be a burden to carry. And I'm still feeling like I have too much stuff, and I'm actually, as I make each pit stop, kind of assessing what I can leave behind in each place, so I have even less stuff. So one of the reasons I love being nomadic is just the freedom of lightening the load. It's just a really good reminder of how much stuff we carry with us, you know, mentally, physically, and finding the things that allow us to unburden ourselves is a really great experience in life. More Christmas trees. Almost Christmas. Like less than a week to Christmas, and here's the trees with no snow. And well, usually I'm in New York at this time of year waiting for Santa, even though I'm Jewish, and I have a big family party, and this year's party was canceled, and now I'm in the middle of summer. Just a very odd Christmas experience for me, my first one. I know, you know, Floridians and other hot places have this all the time, but this is my first real summer Christmas. Well, this was an unexpectedly beautiful find. I think the weather might be lifting a little bit. Cloudy day today here in Tauranga. And actually this is one of the first kind of touristy places I've been in a while. I wouldn't even call it touristy. There are actual other human beings around. And why wouldn't they be? This place is just stunningly beautiful. Now that I've seen some of the base track, I thought I'd take a crack at walking up a bit at Mount Maunganui to have a different view. Really pretty. Wow. Clouds are lifting up above. Some more beautiful views, this time from a bit higher. Now, it is hot, and my decision to protect my skin with my jacket today and not my arm sleeves may not have been such a good one. It may be too hot to get to the top, but I am going to go a bit of a ways up because this is absolutely beautiful, and you can see some of the beauty here, and there's the mountain behind me. It's pretty cool. So we'll see if I can get a little bit higher up and take in some more views. One of the great lessons I've learned traveling is to know your limits. And, you know, I was wondering if, well, one of the gifts perhaps of traveling a little bit older, full-time traveling and being a nomad a little bit older, is that the experiences become really reflective. When you're younger, a lot of the difficulties perhaps in the body and so forth don't necessarily apply to you. And so when you're older, you get to take in some of the experiences and learn from them in a very different way. Seriously, it's unbelievable in New Zealand how you see something incredibly beautiful and you then move onwards and then you see something even more beautiful. I don't know how that happens, but pretty much everywhere I go in this country is like that. Another fun part of travel when you're kind of wandering rather than keeping to a plan is choices. Which way do you go, right? Like life, there's always a fork in the road. You can go to the right, in this case, or to the left. and a woman just came up here and went to the right, so I'm gonna go to the left. Partly because it's shorter and maybe I'll make it to the top. We'll see. Once again, went higher, another beautiful view. And the uphill goes on and on and on. So, tough call here because I'm hot. Just took off a layer. And the thing is that I saw somebody maybe who was 70 coming down, so he made it. And then a young woman just came down and told me, keep going because it's worth it. It is pretty amazing that at the beach, you've got all kinds of things growing, including this amazing tree. Just look how these huge trees pop up right near a beach, on a mountain that's right near a beach. I don't know how the whole thing happened. Mother Nature is kind of really genius. Here's another view of that tree, and once again, just when you thought it couldn't get any more beautiful. And the other side. Yay, the path suddenly got flat. So excited. Here is the town from above on the beach. And here's me, dripping in sweat. Very hot. Made it up this far hoping that I can reach the viewpoint that's coming. Oh my god, here's another one. Hold on. Check out this island. I don't know, that's right there in the middle of beautiful fog. Pretty amazing. And I've made it to one of the lookout points. It is pretty beautiful. Alright, turns out it was worth it to come all the way up here. This is the actual summit, or at least one of them. Wow. If you remember earlier on, I showed you this view from right next to it. Now I'm above it. Wow. And another view. So, after filming that other beautiful view, I started walking down and then realized I completely forgot to check out the rest of the view. So, I've come back up a lot of steps. Not too far, but far enough. I'm a little out of breath. But see, another thing in life, like when you walk away from a situation and you realize you regret it, you can go back and do it over again, and that's what I'm doing, damn it. So, here we are. So I am on the summit track, walking all around it, because you know, it occurred to me that a summit might actually give you 360-degree views, which it does, and I completely had missed out. So now I'm back and taking them in. And the other side, there it is. Mount Maunganui that I just walked up and showed you the great view from. And now, here is an island that you can just walk to. And that, look at that big shadow was some crazy person hang gliding or paragliding or whatever it's called. Wow, I never saw one of them land. Check that out. Well done. Applauding here in my head. Amazing. Alright, I'm now basically walking to this sort of island, which I guess is a nature reserve. Right here on the beach at Maunganui. Wow. Gorgeous, gorgeous day now. Everyone is swimming, which if I knew, I could have brought my bathing suit. Oops. And here we go. Mount Maunganui again. Oh, and another crazy person coming in for a landing. Wow. So for a tiny island, there's a lot of options. You can go down, or you can go up and around. Seems like there's lots to see. This is what I love about a small island. You just walk a little ways and you get to views like this. So if the other views from the mountain weren't pretty enough for you, how about this one? Kind of more intimate and close. Wow, well worth it. So another metaphor, over there is the track, the proper track path, and over here is another one I just sort of ventured onto. And again, just a reminder of how life can have many different paths, and while we may be guided to one path, maybe another path is the one that's more suited to you. And sometimes you try a different path and you arrive at a place where you realize this is not the right way for you. But at least you know. At least you know you've traveled down the road, the one that you thought was less traveled and weren't sure where it would lead. And now you know the answer. And you can get back on any other path you want with the knowledge that you tried and grew from the experience. Random bride and groom in the park. Trying to get a taxi, I think. If you make it out here to Mount Maunganui, it looks like you can go to some hot pools, which will probably be more fun on a less warm day, but cool that they're here. And this is a glimpse of downtown Tauranga. I guess it's not quite dinner time, so pretty mellow. That concludes my adventure in Tauranga and Mount Maunganui. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't seen some of my past adventures, feel free to go back to my YouTube channel and check those out. I also invite you to sign up for my newsletter if you are someone wanting to live a more meaningful life, whether that be through travel or something you're passionate about. I offer training and tips on living more fulfilled with more purpose and more meaning in your life. See you on the next video. Bye.